I don't have the roadmap, but I have the vision, and I have to, in this quarter, level up to become that person who's going to take that and make an opportunity out of it. I feel like it's calling me to challenge who I've been my entire life and start something new. This is the first time in my life where I have narrowed down every lifestyle and I've gotten down to exactly what I want to do. I quit my job, I did all these things so that I could just be here and be happy. Am I ready to take it? Okay, we're back. It's day two, and day two as in the next day. It is Wednesday, and I had some time to sleep on everything, kind of think about Q4, and today we're gonna focus on vision boarding, and I'm gonna do another one called comment boarding, which I stole from a YouTuber named Nisha. She makes a lot of finance content, and I've been watching her content lately, and I watched a podcast with her and Sheen. If you know Ali Abdul, I don't know how to say his name. His girlfriend or fiance, I'm not sure their status, but his partner has a podcast, and she was on it. Nisha was on the podcast with Sheen. I feel like I explained that really bad. And she was talking about how she has grown in fame from going from like nothing, like 1,000 subscribers, to like almost now like over 500,000. And she did something in the early days, and I think she still does this, where she makes a board of all of her comments and everything people have told her, like positive comments. So I think I'm gonna do something like that. I think that's really cute. And if you are a content creator or are doing something where you need a lot of encouragement, you can understand why that's very beneficial. It's really nice to see comments that keep you going, things that make you feel like you're walking in your purpose or doing what you're supposed to be doing, and kind of remind you why you're doing what you're doing. So I'm going to make a vision board for Q4, and I'm kind of excited because my Q3 vision board, I told you guys, was like a success, and I really want to make this quarter a success based on me going full into content creation. And if I can be successful at that, I will be a very happy girl. So I want to make a vision board for Q4. I'm going to show you the template that I use. I'll also share the template. Somebody on TikTok asked for it, and I was like, oh, I didn't even think to like put the template on there because it's just very basic. I like to keep mine pretty minimal, but I'll share the template with you. And then I'm also going to do a comment board, and if you want the template for that, let me know. I'm basically just going to stitch together all the comments I've gotten through YouTube, through TikTok, things that have been really nice and encouraging, and I've gotten some pretty nice comments before, so I just think it's really good to have that somewhere. I do keep my vision board in my Notion like dashboard, and I also keep my vision board as my desktop background. And then I'm also going to show you guys how I take my Q4 goals and put them into action. That's something that you have to do. You cannot just set goals and then let them linger. You need to make your goals into something that you can do practically every day, and I basically do that with small tweaks to my calendar and to my schedule. I don't do time blocking anymore, but I think this quarter I'm gonna really try to add more moments, like more like the morning routine, night routine, mid routine stuff that are related to my Q4 goals. I made myself a nice little drink. It's my pumpkin spice espresso mixture. I don't even know what this is called. I literally feel like a barista. Get your little drink if you want to. Get your little notepad if you want to write down your goals, and let's organize our vision board and our goals. So I have my Pinterest board out. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I'm scrolling through. Lately, I feel like my Pinterest board has been pretty on point. Earlier, I was not a Pinterest girly. This is why I did not even do vision boarding in general. But lately, I've been like tagging more things, saving more things, and I feel like my Pinterest feed, whatever you call it, is like actually tailored to me. Okay, so I really like this closet photos. I'm gonna make a new folder. It's really complicated. I have two Pinterest accounts. Like one is like my internal, I use it for my clients or like my past social media clients or just like more personal things, and then one is like outward focusing. So like that's Ify Cadeau as my like personal brand that is like tied to my Instagram, my YouTube, my TikTok, like things I want other people to see. I basically have like a duplicate of the same albums in both. It's really annoying and confusing. But basically what I do is I just save things to my 2023 vision board, and then I pick and choose. I kind of like just storing it all in 1 year and then picking and choosing when I actually put it on the board. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I like that closet photo. It reminds me of like what I want my capsule wardrobe to be. Oh my god, I love this business card. I'm saving it for my company. That's like actually beautiful. This coffee is definitely gonna make my cough worse, but whatever. I'm saving that for home. That has nothing to do with the vision board, but I just like that. Let's just see. Oh, this image is so cute. Look, I don't know if that's a 2023 sort of thing, but like this is such the vibe. Like this makes me so, it almost makes me want to cry. That's a good sign. I'm gonna say, or I'm gonna make a new Pinterest board. I'm gonna call it Vision Board 2023 or 2024. I think that's like not anytime soon. Like this is the type of person I picture, like big city, puppy, high rise. Oh my god, that's so cute. I don't know why, I just like this image. I just like that vibe. I'm also just gonna start saving the images that I like. I'm gonna put them in a different tab so I can remember them. Oh my god, this is to die for. I just get so distracted. I'm always into like a skincare vibe, so I'm gonna save that one. I love that. This is really cute. I'm also getting married next year, so I'm saving dresses and stuff for that. This is another closet comp. I don't think my closet will necessarily look like this, but this is the kind of clothes I want to have in my closet. It's very important to me lately to just dress up and feel like the business person and businesswoman that I am. I always love a good desk vision board pin because I love working. This Pinterest account, this one, I typically have the best pins that show up in my feed, but today it's not hitting the way it typically does. So let's go to my 2023 vision board. This is like stuff I've saved before. Some of them I use, some of them I don't. I really love this, and I think it's something I kind of want to wear for like New Year's or something. I love a good plain moment. I've been putting the studio pictures in my vision boards, and I haven't really gone to a studio, but I'm doing 2 photo shoots this quarter, so I think maybe it's relevant. And that's the thing, I kind of want to do pictures of things that are actually going to happen that I can control. And I get that that might be the antithesis of a vision board, but I think it just makes your goals that much more true. Like just say my goals are here and I'm focusing on things that are like not even here, they're like the 3rd layer of like life goals that I have. Then I'm so focused on the outward, like I'm so focused on things that are really hard to attain, like money and like status and all these things. Like I'm imagining somebody putting just like the wildest things on their vision board. Then I don't even get to the baby goals, and I don't even celebrate the baby goals. But I think that's what was different about Q3. I put like the actual baby goals on my Q3 vision board, and I felt like I actually achieved them, and I was like happy, and that was something that hadn't happened before. So maybe I was doing it wrong the whole time before, but I find that that's a lot more effective for me. I love this outfit, and I kind of want to do something about New York because I don't have any plans to go to New York, but I kind of want to do a little New York moment. So I have saved a ton of photos from Pinterest, and now I'm gonna take all of those images that I put on my desktop. And yes, I was listening to Avril Lavigne. I'm gonna take all of the photos that I put on my desktop and put them into my Canva. I'm just gonna drop them over. And there's a few that were like pinned stories, so I couldn't save them. So I just took screenshots and I put them into Canva already. I got some with text because I like having a few text-based photos. I usually get way too many photos, more than I can actually fit in the vision board. But then I do like a process of elimination and just pick the ones that really resonate with me. And then I also sometimes keep photos from the last vision board if I feel like that's still cooking and like still trying to manifest into reality. It's really like feeling based and based on how I want to feel. Speaking of, how do I want to feel in Q4? Who do I want to be by the end of the year? That's a really good question. I feel like this quarter is calling me to evolve. I feel like it's calling me to challenge who I've been my entire life and start something new. And I know that might sound like, okay, duh, we're always growing, we're always like having to push our boundaries, but I think specifically this quarter, this is the first time in my life in general where I have narrowed down every situation, every job, every type of work, every type of lifestyle, and I've gotten down to exactly what I want to do. Now I don't feel like the problem is what do I do? I feel like the problem is, am I ready to take it? And I have to, in this quarter, level up to become that person who's going to take that and make an opportunity out of it and make it something bigger than itself, a job, a potential lifestyle, future. Right now, my biggest challenge is trust and patience that I can actually do it. Like I mentioned before, I am really just going all in on content creation, and it feels unstable. It feels kind of unsafe. It is this feeling of like, I've never been in this territory where I'm only relying on one thing. I've never been that person. And I think that's why I feel like in my head, creating content isn't enough. Like it's not enough. I need something else, but it's what I feel best at. And even within content creation, there's so many things that I enjoy doing. So it does feel like the variety I'm getting. I like writing. I like pictures, taking photos. I like curating things. I like telling stories. I like video editing. I like music. So I like putting together all of these different things. And I feel the variety when I'm doing it. But for some reason, it's never been enough. And I think that's because I've always had society's rules of like, yeah, you can enjoy your hobbies, you can enjoy the things you like to do, but you also need a real job. Like you also need a real thing. And my message in general, Get Paid to Live, is taking a stand for that hobby, for that thing that you just like to do, actually being what you provide value with to the world. And I feel like that's what I can do through my content. Even though I know this and I've known this my whole, feel like my whole life, but really the past few years, I've never really been up to like actually take it and like run with it. And I'm just kind of scared because with content creation, you can't guarantee your income. You don't know what's gonna happen next. And like I said before, I've always kind of had an idea of how I would get money or how I would attract it, but now I really have no clue other than like all there is to my knowledge is like brand deals. And of course you can be a content creator, like UGC creator. And those are things like I am definitely interested in, but I think my biggest calling right now is actually building a community and an audience of people like me, just really starting all of the businesses that I have in mind. I really hope one day to have a product-based business, an actual like hotel, like things like that. Like I really want to spread this feeling of like fun, freedom, and luxury and just authenticity. I don't have the roadmap, but I have the vision. That's what our vision board's gonna be. So this is just like baby step in the entire journey of that. But anyway, so let's start on our Q4 vision board. Let's put it together. So basically what I do is I just take my Q3 vision board and I just duplicate it. Like so many photos in here. So I'm just gonna see which ones actually look good together and then we'll do our final one. Okay, I'm done. I actually kind of really like it. It's very like wordy and I kind of really like that. Okay, so this is the finished product and I left a few things from the last vision board. I left that camera because I just imagine my vlogging going up so much more. It just kind of like symbolizes something like playful and silly with vlogging, which I always want to keep my content just as real and fun as possible. And then I also kept this like coffee shop thing because that was actually really enjoyable for me last quarter, just like getting out of the house, not just being in my own energy, like being around other people. We have a little New York, just hoping to kind of go there soon or at least like book something. I just love being in that energy. I feel like myself when I'm over there. Actually, funny enough, I've been actually wanting a belt just like this. So I just like love this kind of outfit because I really want to start dressing more like businessy, but also very like casual myself, more like a European business casual. I added a little photo of me and Shaheen for Get Paid to Live for our podcast. I just feel like we're gonna be killing it with the podcast game and I'm really excited about it. So I just wanted to put that there because I think it's something that will definitely continue happening. I hope to do a lot more photo shoots and just like do photo shoots and play without a lot of outcomes. Like at first I was gonna do a huge coaching shoot for my website to look all professional, but I just really want to do something that's very me. Like I want everything I do in my business to be very me. I hope to be traveling more. I am gonna be traveling. I put lucky girl there because I have not been feeling like a lucky girl lately and I want to just practice that energy. I think it's more of a practice than a state of being like inherently. I am gonna be my yogi era, so I just thought that would be cool. And I really like seeing black girls because I often find it hard to like visualize myself when I'm not white. I really love her outfit and her vibe, and I really want Uggs. I just want this. When I'm in a situation like this, I'm just happy. Just know I have a coffee, I look cute, I'm in a like big city, Paris vibes. Yes, I'm happy. I've really been enjoying and romanticizing my nighttime routine and really feeling grateful at night. I don't know what that's been lately, but I want to keep that feeling up, and one of my goals is to be reading often, so, and finishing books. So that's kind of a little foreshadow there. And then purpose fuels passion. I am reading a book called Purpose, and I really want this quarter to not just be about creating a business, but actually following my purpose and my passions, and like actually going after that and what I'm supposed to do on earth, not just creating a business. See what the world gives back to me. The joy of being. I really want to just be present and just be happy and trust. I think whenever I'm just like, hey, I'm here, I'm just excited, I'm not making any money, but I'm just happy to be here, I think things come back to me and I just feel so much better. I don't expect anything. I quit my job. I did all these things so that I could just be here and be happy. That is the finished product. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna download that and make it my desktop background, and we're gonna be all done with that. Do we like it? Do we love? Alrighty, now that we've gotten our vision board done, the last step is to take everything that I wanted to do in Q4 and put that into like practical action in my calendar. So basically set up my calendar to match my goals, if that makes sense. Okay, so now I have my calendar up, and for October, I'm not gonna like alter it too much because I feel like it's good to like slowly wean into a different routine or different practice every quarter. And I feel like every quarter is the perfect time to like reset anyway. I'm not gonna touch anything for October because I have like family coming to town. I have a vacation. I'm going to France for like 8 days, like so many different things on the weekends and during the week. It's like so much action that I just feel like I can't stick to the routine properly. So I think I'm gonna wean into it when I get back from my vacation, which should be around this week. My schedule is a little crazy, just ignore that. I just have I have to put everything down on my schedule, or in my mind I will forget. Again, I like having nothing in my brain. These are my Q4 goals. So let's just start with the content and like how we want that to be translated into my calendar. Every week I need to be doing long form content in terms of like I'm either prepping a blog to post on Medium, or I'm editing and posting a YouTube video. In terms of like blogs, I can always set writing time. I'm not like concerned about that, but YouTube, that's something that I might need to like time block every day because it's such a long process to edit a video, even film it and remember what to film and when. I do have a separate page for my YouTube videos in my plan, so I'm not going to go into detail necessarily with that, but I think I can set like a constant filming day and constant editing days. So let's just first like clear out the calendar of old Q3 goals and things that I'm no longer doing. Every morning I do like to wake up and breathe, and then I dress up, also eat breakfast, take a morning walk. We're keeping that because I like that. I've been doing this thing called Purpose 30 from the book Purpose, which is basically like a journaling technique. I actually might keep that because it's been really fun. It's basically like morning pages, and then you also like sketch out what you would want your future to look like, you know, living in your purpose. So I actually might keep that. I'm gonna leave that there. There is a few things. This busy here is for my old client, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take that out real quick. This is an oil change that's random, so I'm just gonna put that on top so it doesn't affect anything. Actually, I might just make that into a task, but I have that every 3 months just to remind me to get an oil change. And then I was doing B School by Marie Forleo. That was a course, and I anticipate being done by the end of October, so that will no longer be a thing. I also have cleaning here. In my old place, I used to clean a lot because it was such a big place, and this place is a little bit easier to clean and maintain, so I might just take this out. I'm taking out my client's work. I used to do that, my old client, but I downsized to having no clients. Let's see how that affects the calendar. So my week is looking actually so much more clear, and I'm really liking this. Okay, so let's go back to the content. So YouTube, I need to add that in somehow. So I think now that I have a little bit more time in the morning and this will fully be full content creator zone, I'm gonna add editing for my videos and have that almost like every single day. I usually put editing in the color blue. I really like put in colors per activity, so I know like my brain just like registers it. And editing takes a while. Takes me a while to get in the flow. So I think I'll do this for 2 hours every day. It can take up basically the first half of the day, and I feel really good about that. So I know I'm always getting editing time in. Then when it comes to filming, I usually am in the mood to film on Wednesdays, and I think that's a perfect time. So I'll do like video prep, because that's something I haven't been doing last quarter, and I think I should do that. Like planning out the video a little bit more. I am a very like go with the flow when it comes to filming, but I really want to get better at this craft. So I think I'm gonna do like video prep for like 30 minutes before I film. And I honestly might just have a filming block, and if I don't need to film, I just won't film. And then I'll have filming for an hour. Medium, I'm not really concerned about that because I can always squeeze that in whenever. Like, I don't have to have it at a certain time. Like, I like to write in the night, I like to write in the morning, but if something changes, I'll make it like a block. Short form, TikToks and Instagram Reels, which are usually reposts of my TikToks. I don't need to make room for that. I can kind of film on the fly. This quarter, I want to really embrace what's natural, what's coming naturally, like bottom up. And I've noticed with TikTok, like I can set a time to plan out the ideas I already have written down or the TikToks I already have in my drafts, but I don't want to go like top down and say like, I am going to film a autumn routine because it is autumn now. Like if that naturally comes up in my life, then I will film something about the story that's already happening in my life. So what I can do instead is like set a time to organize all of my TikToks and script all of my TikToks if they need a script or things like that. So I think every Monday I'm gonna use that as a dedicated time to plan out my content and go a little bit more in detail. I'll put scripting and planning, and what that'll include is plan out TikToks, or I'll say short form side vlog days. That's important so I know when to vlog. I usually just put on my calendar like, okay, Tuesday and Friday, those are really interesting days of the week. Let's vlog that week. Brainstorm ideas and themes. One thing I want to do is have a radical ideas list, which I kind of got from Dan Coe, which is basically like ideas, thoughts that naturally again come from your life and what you believe, and just put them on a sheet. And then I want to use that sheet of like radical ideas and beliefs about what I believe and use that to create content. Okay, in terms of my podcasts and podcast filming, the building of that, everything, I think that's another thing I can squeeze into my gaps in terms of editing. But should I have a block for editing the podcast specifically? I think I'll let that one naturally emerge. I think YouTube editing definitely takes me a while, but since I'm just learning how to edit like podcasts and upload them, I think I'll see how that naturally comes up, and I will just do it in between the gaps. And then yeah, like making the clips and the shorts for that, I think the same thing. Creating the Notion and upkeeping that should be a one-time thing, but I do think the planning of the podcast should be a set date. So like I can make sure for this week, what am I filming, what am I doing? And maybe that can also be on Monday, or maybe that can be on a different day if I'm like tired. Maybe I can have Tuesday as my planning day. Purple is like fun things for me, like usually like going out to drinks with my friends, but this is such a fun thing right now. I just want to keep it purple. So I'll do that for an hour and a half, I think. And then I can move it around on times where I have calls like this day, like episode outlines, guest outreach, sponsorship. And then maintaining my mental health, reading. I do want to finish these books, so maybe this should just really be journal and read. Okay, so that takes care of reading and journaling. Drinking water, as long as I have my water bottle with me, I think I should be good on that. I don't have to put it in my schedule. My water pick, I also think I just like, once I get in the habit of it and keep it in the shower with me, it's pretty good. And then the only other thing I need to put in here is working out. So I would love to do a Monday. Now that I don't have meetings for like a client, I would love to do a Monday workout, like midday. I think a Monday workout is always nice. I definitely like a midweek workout. I think I'll do like a 1:30 workout. That's a point of the day where I usually get tired anyway, so I think it's a perfect thing to bring up my energy. And then another thing is I really like Thursdays kind of being like a wind down early. So maybe a workout on a Thursday at the same time or around the same time is also really good because I will no longer have client meetings that day. And I can just like, I've always liked having Thursdays as like my movie night solo. You know what I'll do? I'll move this Pilates thing to Sundays. I should clean after Pilates because I'm already gonna be sweaty and dirty. Okay. I think we're all good to go. Gonna leave it at that. This will be perfect for November. I am now off to yoga. I'm done with all of my goal setting and putting everything into my calendar. If you have some goals for Q4, please share them. I want us to gas each other up this quarter and actually become the different person or an evolved person of who we want to be by the end of the year. And I can't wait to reach our goals together. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful night.